Hello, welcome to Super Pants Gaming. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Soup, and today we're going on a little adventure to CEX where we're going to do a CEX £10 challenge, where I basically go to CEX and spend £10 on excellent video games to add to my collection, as that sounds like a nice way to spend an afternoon off. A slight caveat, however, I'm not actually going to spend £10 in theory. I'm going to trade in a game. A couple of weeks ago, I purchased a big bundle of games on a bit of a road trip, as you may have seen in another video of mine, and this was one of the games. Now, I picked this up, I already own this game, and I picked this up for a friend. However, I saw the friend earlier this week, and they said that they've already got it. I'm a couple of weeks too late for them, basically. So, a bit unfortunate. However, this game does trade in at CEX for exactly £10, so it kind of makes sense to put this into CEX for £10 and then get some games into my collection that I actually want. So, something slightly strange I noticed, which I didn't actually notice at the time when I picked it up. This is my copy here, which has a sort of yellow and blue sort of cover, sort of behind the Futurama's all blue. On this one, it's purple. So, I'm not sure how well the camera's actually picking that up. But yeah, slight cover variant. I've got no idea why that is. Inside, both the manuals look exactly the same. The discs look exactly the same. So, yeah, a little bit strange. Something I hadn't noticed at the time of picking it up. So, as you can see inside, they are both identical. So, yes, so I'm off to CEX now, where I'm going to trade in my spare copy of Futurama, and yeah, hopefully come back with some awesome things. I'll see you later. So, here we are at Kettering CEX. I've got a few rules to run through just while we have a little look around the store. The first rule is I have to get at least 3 games with the £10, ideally more, but at least 3. And they all have to be games that I don't own, so that's really important. And also, I'm only looking for games that are complete with the manual, presuming that it is a game that comes with a manual. For example, if I was to pick up a PS4 game that didn't naturally come with a manual, that would also be fine. But bearing in mind, I'm probably looking at slightly older generations of consoles here, that most of the games would have come with a manual. If it has a manual, it has to have a manual for me to pick it up, sort of thing. Something else, no sports titles. May throw a slight caveat in it if it's something that's a little bit niche, but sort of what I mean is no FIFA, no sort of Pro Evo, that sort of, no sort of generic sports titles, if that makes sense. So, no filler. And they all have to be games that I want to play. That's probably the most important rule on this. They all have to be games that I want to add to the collection, that I have full intention of playing and thoroughly enjoying, hopefully, in the future. We'll just have a little look over the shelves, and then we'll head back and see whether I succeeded or failed in this first ever £10 challenge on Super Pants Gaming. So it's been a couple of days now since I attempted the CEX £10 challenge, and as I said earlier in the video, I was going to use Futurama as the £10 for the £10 challenge. I'll put a little snapshot of that up there. And with that sold, I had a good look around the games. I decided prior to going that instead of doing 5 games that a lot of the channels do for £10, I was going to do 3 games, because I think if it's 5 games, I'd probably struggle to find that many games that cheap in CEX nowadays that I actually still need or actually want. A lot of the cheaper games, if I don't already have them, I don't really want them. So I thought by making it at least 3 games, that way I can get games that I actually really want in my collection, that I really want to play. So the first game that I picked up is a PlayStation 3 game. That's Killzone 2. Now, I don't have a huge PlayStation 3 collection, as I've said in the past. I've been softly collecting the PS3 for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years probably, but I've mainly been picking up the RPGs and stuff like that. I've got some more sort of common titles and stuff, but I've not actually got a copy of Killzone 2. And this being a first-party exclusive as well, as you can see, it's all nice and complete. It's got a yellow sticker that I'll need to get the hairdryer on. But it being a first-party exclusive, I thought, yeah, I'll definitely play this. I'll definitely give it a go. So yeah, really, really pleased with my first pickup. And with it being only £1, with my rules, that left me £9 for 2 more games. So that's all there was for the PS3 that I either didn't have and wanted and was cheap enough. There were quite a few like decent titles there, but they would have completely blown the budget. So I went around to the Wii section because it's kind of a similar story on the Wii, to be honest. I don't actively collect the Wii, but I really love picking games up for it. So, and I found Battalion Wars 2. And I've got no idea what this is. I've never seen it before in my life. But looking at the back of the box, it kind of looks a bit like it may be an RTS sort of light game. I don't know. I kind of thought Advance Wars when I saw it, and I was like, oh. So I literally saw it on the shelf, didn't recognise it, and I was like, oh, I pulled it out, expecting it to be like sort of £6 or £8 or something. And it's £1. And I was like, I don't know what it is, but I've gone for it. And it's in brilliant condition. It's even got the old Club Nintendo card from back in the day, which is unscratched. I like that sort of thing, just having little bits like that in the games, sort of tell a story. So yeah, so Battalion Wars 2 for £1, which was absolutely fantastic. Let me know in the comments below, have you played this? Do you know what it is? Anything at all about it, really? I know nothing at all, and I haven't checked it out yet, but I would definitely play it. I think that looks like it's going to be my sort of thing. So yeah, really, really pleased to have got that. So with 2 games down, I've only actually spent £2. And I was starting to think to myself, maybe I can do the 5 games. So there was nothing else on the Wii that I fancied. And there were a lot of reprinted covers on the Wii, to be honest, which was a little bit disappointing. Or there may have actually been another 1 or 2 of the Wii games. I went around to the Xbox 360 side, and as you may or may not know, I've got a thing at the moment that I'm doing called Mission 360, where I'm trying to collect a really awesome curated set of Xbox 360 games, and I found one of those games, Command and Conquer Kane's Wrath, and I was like, oh, that's £8, and it's just a perfect fit. So I hadn't done this on purpose. I wasn't expecting to get anything at all off Mission 360, but it's just sort of stumbled across it, and yeah, it is complete in really nice condition. The only thing with this is it needs a new case. The case is a bit broken at the bottom there. Don't know if you can make that out. Not very well, but yeah, the case is tatty. The rest of it's in beautiful condition, to be honest. Sleeves pretty much immaculate, instructions are mint, discs really good. So yeah, so for £8, with it being on Mission 360, I couldn't turn this down. So this is basically like an RTS type game. I've got the other Command and Conquer games up there. I've never played this one. So yeah, really, really pleased to have that in the collection, and this will definitely be getting played. So yeah, and yeah, really, really pleased. So, did we complete the challenge? Now, my rules were, I'd amended the rules to 3 games. Whether I needed to do that or not, I'm not totally sure, because as soon as I saw Command and Conquer, after picking the pound games up, it was like, yep, that's the challenge there. So there was also a copy of Condemned, which is also a Mission 360 game, but that didn't have instructions. So, but I probably would have got Command and Conquer over Condemned, to be honest, because I do see Condemned around now and again. So I got at least 3 games, so that's a tick. Do I own any of the games already? No, I don't. And are they all complete with manual? Yes, they are. No sports titles, and will I play all the games? I certainly will. So yes, that is a challenge complete, and really, really pleased with that, and really pleased how it turned out. So the receipt for those games is here, and I will put a snapshot of that up there again. And you'll see that I used the voucher from this one on this one. So yeah, so that's brilliant. That's literally cost me nothing by trading in a game that I was going to give to a friend who didn't want it. I've managed to get 3 awesome games into my collection, which I'm going to have a great amount of fun with, I hope. So unless that Battalion Wars is rubbish, of course, let me know, please. So I'd just like to take a second of your time before you go to say a big thank you to the couple of people that played along with this competition on the channel that I was trying to run. I launched this 5 or 6 videos ago, and to be honest, at the beginning I got a couple of questions, a couple of guesses. Thank you so much, guys, for doing that. That's really appreciated. But for the last 3 videos, 3 uploads of mine, I've had nothing at all, not a question, not a guess or anything. So I hear you loud and clear. There's very, very little interest in this. So when I launched it, I think I said it was a test for you and an experiment for me. I'm putting this in the bin of failed experiments. So thanks so much for playing along. I'm sorry that it's ended with no one actually winning what was in the envelope. That was never my intention. Maybe we'll try something in the future. I don't know. But I hear you loud and clear. I'm going to stop wasting your time and my own time with this now. So thank you so much for being here on Super Pants Gaming. I've been Soup. As always, you're awesome. And I'll see you in the next one. Happy gaming. And today we're going on a little adventure. We're going to do a £10 CEX challenge, where I basically go to £10. I go to £10?